Shalom. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to you brothers and sisters as well. Well, it appears this Russian icon situation has made its way back to the forefront. But as you can see, the video I have queued up for you here is 15 years old. And why am I bringing this to the forefront myself? Because we constantly have new brothers and sisters coming into this knowledge and wisdom and this truth and the understanding of who we are. We are the children of Israel. We're Yasha Allah. We're princes of the power. But this is a primary example of scripture coming to life. And what do I mean by that? Remember, Yahweh Shai stated, there's nothing hidden that shall not be revealed. And this information has always been around. But also something I want to point out is this is how the heathen has always conducted themselves. And we see this here in 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 48. And it tells us, and laid open the book of the law. What's the book of the law? The Bible, specifically the 5 books, where the first 5 books, pardon me, just a little excited in the spirit, wherein the heathen sought to paint the likeness of their images. All right. Remember, the scriptures tells us, let everything be established on 2 or 3 witnesses. Maccabees is a witness, and Job is a witness to this as well. Job chapter 9, verse 24, it tells us, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And who are the wicked? Esau, Edom, and the Russians are Edomites too as well. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. What does it mean by he covereth the faces? Whitewashing, iconoclasm, so on and so forth. As a matter of fact, let me grab that definition very quickly. Iconoclasm, and what does that mean? Iconoclasm literally means image breaking and refers to recurring historical impulse to break or destroy images for religious or political reasons. And that's what they did over the course of time. Now, let me go back to Job chapter 9, verse 24 and read it straight through, because I want to give this scripture, do this scripture justice. And it reads, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And we know, according to Malachi chapter 1, verse 4, the wicked is that the scripture is referring to is the house of Edom, the Edomites. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord has indignation with forever. Now let's come out of this, and let's go to this story here, and listen closely to what they have to say, and I'm going to chime in momentarily.
Icons dating back to the 14th century brought together from private collections across Russia.
It's very beautiful. It gives you goose pimples. It's a remarkable exhibition.
It's an exhibition which feeds the senses. Everything is so grey outside at the moment, and here suddenly it's a feast for the eyes.
And it's a feast that marks 100 years since religious icons started to be recognized as works of art. Before then, they were mainly viewed as religious objects, often left blackened over the centuries by the passage of time and added layers of paint.
When we learned how to remove the dark layers,
If you notice, they said it, when we learn how to remove the dark layers. Iconoclasm. But let's continue.
discovered underneath an overwhelming beauty, to such an extent that it shocked André Matisse, who was in Moscow at the time. He said, it's here that artists should come to learn to paint, not to Italy.
But today, only a small number of these masterpieces remain. Most were destroyed during the Soviet era.
These icons are the survivors. If museums hadn't saved them, they wouldn't exist today. There are 50,000 icons in Russian museums. Before, there were millions.
But now the future of this part of Russian heritage is up for debate. Are the icons best held by museums, or should they be returned to the country's churches?
You see, the Lord is putting the spirit on these other nations to tell on themselves. As is written, I believe in the book of Psalms, he says, I will make their own tongue fall upon them. You see? And that's what I basically wanted to point out really quickly here, brothers. I got to run back to the plantation. Hopefully this quick lesson was edifying. Shalom.